Mike. What's going on?
Oh, not too much. I'm excited about Planet Hulk.
Yeah, it's fun.
Absolutely. Was it a lot of fun recording it?
It was. You know, we recorded it, I think, just in 2 sessions, maybe like a little pickup session here and there.
Wow.
So it was fast. You know, Hulk's not altogether chatty in this thing. You know,
True.
he doesn't have the kind of clever, cute quips that he might have had in other Hulk incarnations, but he's angry and he's brooding and he's alone.
Yeah.
So it was. I mean, those are not necessarily fun feelings, but it was a blast to be a part of that kind of Hulk lineage and history.
Which I was going to ask, kind of half joking, if were you like in a bad mood all day after you recorded the part?
I'll tell you what, it's very therapeutic playing the Hulk.
I mean,
whatever rage you have inside certainly has an outlet when you get in that booth.
What are the challenges in trying to really bring to life this character who's so, brutish and raw?
The big challenge is there's a few guys who do Hulk, and they're completely brilliant, and it's there's no point in my trying to compete with them because I can't do what they do.
Right.
They're animals. They're amazing what they can do with their voices. So this Hulk is just going to be altogether different, and in fact, that's what the people who are casting the part were looking for. Just something different. This is a different Hulk. Like you say, he's brooding and kind of more introverted, and he's not funny like he can be kind of in other Hulk storylines. But my preparation was I went out and got the graphic novel. I read that. I saw where this thing wanted to live. I read the script, which is a little different. If you've read the comic and you've seen the movie, you'll see that there's some differences. And then mostly talking to the writer and the vocal director about what they wanted. They were very keen. They were very specific on what they wanted. They knew well before I walked in there what they wanted to hear. So it was a matter of getting me to do it.
And in those 2 sessions that you had, how many times did you have to record, raw? Because it seems like every minute or so.
Yeah, like the last session we had was all roar.
Right.
It was just almost from beginning to end was roaring. And for the most part, I didn't get to see any animation while I did this. I didn't get to see. There was maybe a couple sketches, some prelims, some animatics, but that's it. I didn't get to see anything. So they had to describe to me what was going on. All right, you're ripping apart a giant metal worm like a FedEx package.
Right.
Give us that roar. Oh, okay. So, and, I'd roar for a while, and they'd say, good, it's got to be a little longer, a little sharper, and bring it up at the end. So it was like that. It's almost like singing.
Wow. That sounds, it sounds like it was fun. Definitely.
Yeah. I got a lot out that day.
I bet you did. Well, how did you first come to be involved with the project?
I auditioned. And once I auditioned, I had to audition again, and then I had to call back, and then I had to go in, and they worked me.
Right.
They made sure that they gave me enough direction to see if I could do what they wanted me to pull off, and I guess at the end they were satisfied.
I thought the cast overall was pretty amazing and had some really good chemistry, which, having read the graphic novel, I think that's kind of an important aspect of the story, was that all the characters really have to, kind of gel together. Did you guys interact at all, or did everyone record everything separately?
Well, I don't know about everyone else, but I never got to record with anyone. And I think a number of people had already recorded before I walked in, which was pretty good. It meant that when I went in to record, I could hear what someone said before me as opposed to just reading it off the page.
Right.
So I could react more specifically to what was actually said or what people would hear.
Right.
That was lucky. And I have to say, not that I don't like being in a booth with other people. I'm part of another Marvel project right now where all the actors are in the room at the same time, which is great.
Right.
But for Hulk, and this particular Hulk, I think it really worked to everyone's advantage of my being alone. Because that's where he is in his head, certainly, for most of Planet Hulk.
Right, so it fits the character.
Yeah, so it was a dark studio. They dimmed the lights. I don't think there were any lights on in the engineer's room, so it felt very it felt like Jim Morrison recording his final album. It was really dark and moody in there, and, I was just in a T-shirt and jeans, and I got to, get a lot of aggression out.
Can you tell us anything about this upcoming Marvel project, or is it still top secret?
Well, part of the Marvel Avengers, which is a new series. It's really, really great. So it's all leading up to a potential Marvel Avengers film to come out. But we recorded 26 episodes already, and now we're starting the second season. And none of them have aired yet.
Right.
You know, I think most of them are still getting inked.
Wow.
I saw some clips of the pilot episode, and it's really great. So, you know, it's Wasp and Hulk and Ant-Man and Thor. And then, interestingly, I'm not Hulk in this.
I was going to ask, are you playing the Hulk or are you someone different?
No, Fred Tatasciore is, and he's unbelievable. He's an incredible Hulk. Oddly enough. Yeah. He's done it before. I think he did a lot of those Hulk versus DVDs.
Right.
I think that was Fred.
Mm-hmm.
He's spectacular. No one can growl and scream like Fred. But I'm not Hulk, so he is. I play Thor.
Oh, that's good. That's good casting, too.
Yeah, I play Thor, and I play Absorbing Man.
Oh, cool.
So it's been fantastic. So we start up again, or I start up again, for the second season this Tuesday. So
you've done Hulk, you're doing Thor, and you've also done voices for the Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 video game and the Batman Arkham Asylum game. So are superheroes kind of your specialty now?
You know, I'm getting more and more of them. I have to say, though, it's a good thing that kind of Hulk and Thor and fellas like that came along, because until then, all the video game stuff I had been recording, I was just bad guys, just one bad guy after the next. I started having a complex. Finally, I got to play some goodies. It's all kind of, you know, I went to grad school and we studied a lot of Shakespeare, and it's all about high drama, and I'm all for that, you know, kind of epic drama. And that's really all this, the Marvel universe and Gotham universe. It's what it's pretty much all about. You know, very high stakes, life and death, good guys, bad guys. That's Shakespeare. So I'm pretty familiar with that. That feels like home to me.
Right. What are the differences in recording between a video game and an animated project? Is it a
There's
different
some big differences. For example, with a video game, you record every possible variation that the player could take you through. Mm-hmm. So if you say you're a bad guy and you meet up with a player, and you get along or you don't fight, there's just a lot of, hey, what's going on? Hiya. And, you know, you have like 50 things to say in that scenario. Right. Or if you start fighting, then you have to go through all the fight noises. So it's, you know, Rick, give me 6 sounds of you getting punched in the teeth. You know, there's a lot of that.
Sure.
So it's broken up, and you never get to read with anyone else, and you are directed on every single line. You know, it's a very specific thing.
Right.
And it's pretty rigidly timed as well, so it could fit into the game. Mm-hmm. With animation, very often you do get to work with other actors. There are kind of it's a very easy beginning to end storyline plot that you can follow, and you can often complete it within the day, which we do with Marvel Avengers. We go through an episode in like 4 hours, and you only have one response per question.
Right.
You know, Thor, how are you? You can just answer once, as opposed to the video game you have 18 answers.
Now, you've also done some documentary narration.
A lot of the narration I do has plenty of drama in it, which I like. You know, narration is fun because, for the most part, it is storytelling. I just finished up a series for MSNBC called The Squeeze, which I think is still airing, and that's about drug informants in Cook County Jail. And, you know, it's high drama, life and death, you know, gritty street drama. So they're all related. They're all kind of kissing cousins, all these voiceovers. And I kind of like the narrative through line of doing kind of documentary narration, especially when I'm really interested in what I'm talking about. I have been one of the voices for the UFC for years and years now, and I happen to love the UFC. I love mixed martial arts. So when I get to do the narration for these specials for every big fighting match, I mean, I really enjoy myself. And again, it's battle, epic battle. So it's, I guess that's where my voice lands. I guess I sound like epic battle guy.
Sure. Hey, there's worse things than that.
I suppose, yeah.
Aside from the Avengers series, what other projects do you have coming out that we can look forward to?
I just finished up the StarCraft 2 yesterday, which is coming out, video game. This week I start recording Diablo 3 as the bad guy. That's going to be pretty exciting. Like I said, we start Marvel Avengers again next week, which is very cool. And then, you know, it's every day I'm doing HBO, AMC, Fox Sports, Discovery, you know.
Wow.
keeps me busy.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, it's all good stuff. I'm very grateful